Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation. This is my recent research project as part of my PhD studies titled A Blockchain-Based Approach for Managing Construction Claims, and I'm presenting this on behalf of myself and the co-authors Brenda McCabe and myself from University of Toronto, and Ehsan Rezazadeh Azar from Toronto Metropolitan University. So I apologize if I'm a little bit low in energy. I'm still in jet lag, so I try to keep it a little bit more energetic. So let's just start with some statistics on the highlighting the importance of claims in construction. So the global average value of disputes has been reported as $52.6 million, and the global average length of dispute is reported as 15.4 months, which these two numbers indicate the impact that mismanagement in claims can have on the effective delivery of construction projects, increasing the budget and the timeline of the project. So given that, I would like to start with some of the challenges that currently the construction industry is facing regarding managing claims. So the typical process for managing claims in construction involves 6 steps, including identifying the claims, notifying the appropriate parties involved, the documentation of the claim, and then claim examination, the impact on cost and schedule, and then presenting that claim to appropriate parties again, and then going through the negotiation step. So there have been a lot of research on the challenges of claim management process and how we can improve them. Here we have listed some of these challenges, some of the key challenges that exist. So the very first challenge is clear roles and responsibilities throughout this entire process, because the ambiguity in the roles and responsibilities can cause misunderstandings and errors, which can lead to further disputes. The second challenge is mutual trust and collaboration. So in construction, we always try, like it's a heavily kind of fragmented industry that we need to integrate various stakeholders. So having that trust and collaboration is key in the context of claim management as well. And the third challenge is communication and feedback. So making sure that appropriate communication and feedback to exist and in place to ensure that we do have we reduce the errors and miscommunication as much as possible. And the very last one is the integrity and accuracy of documentation, which is the backbone of any claim for further dispute resolution, right? So all of these challenges can often lead to poorly drafted or incomplete and unsubstantiated claims, which have been reported as the #1 cause of construction dispute globally in 2019. And that's why, given those challenges, we have proposed a solution based on blockchain. And here we have highlighted some of the benefits of using blockchain in the context of claim management systems. Claim management process. So first of all, blockchain provides a secure and immutable platform for storing the claim information on the ledger. So once the information is there, it cannot be changed, and providing a source of truth for all the parties. So the second benefit is that it offers a powerful way to verify the authenticity of transactions, which is critical when it comes to validating the transactions and the decisions that have been made regarding a claim, which provides a solid foundation for dispute resolution. And then it enhances the validity and the strengths of documents, which with use of blockchain we can kind of by time stamping the document and securing it on the blockchain, the authenticity and integrity of those documents are irrefutable, right? And then are the inherent properties of the blockchain, such as transparency, immutability, and decentralization, which all can improve trust among parties, providing an environment of fairness and openness for all the stakeholders to collaborate. And the very last one is being able to enforce the data accuracy and process integrity to make sure that correct process has been conducted throughout the claim management and accurate data has been recorded on the ledger. So here we have included the big picture of the proposed solution. So on the left we do have the blockchain and the smart contracts for storing all the related transactions, and there are different parts that the related information are being recorded on the ledger. So at the very bottom we do have different communication tools which are common in construction projects when it comes to different issues happening and further leading to claims and disputes. And then on top of that we do have the claim management process, those 6 steps that I mentioned earlier. Again, all the communication and transactions concerning those process are being recorded and managed by the smart contract, which leads us to a reliable and trusted claim documentation for efficient claim negotiation. So there have been multiple steps taken to develop the system. The very first step is determining the claim management workflow, what are the roles and responsibilities, and what are the required information to store it, and the workflow itself. And then designing the network, what is the appropriate type of blockchain, what are the different communication channels needed, and what are the involved stakeholders and their roles and responsibilities. And then designing the smart contract, again, what are the actual contractual clauses and how we can translate them to regulate the claim management process using a smart contract. So as you know, there are various causes of claims in construction, and there have been a lot of research carried out to understand what are those causes and how we can mitigate them. And changes in construction have been identified as one of the most common causes of claims. So here it showcases a case study concerning the claims that have raised due to changes. And for instance, it initiates with request for information. So for example, the contractor issue an RFI and it goes to the consultant or engineer, and then they either decide that no action is required, or they can say, okay, a change order is required, and they ask for proposal from the consultant, and after again from the contractor, and the contractor proposed a change order, it being reviewed by the consultant and goes through the negotiation phase, and they either issue a formal change order, or it can go to the claim identification. So a claim can happen because they couldn't negotiate, and that negotiation phase is not successful, which goes through that 6th step of claim management. And in order to design the network configuration, so first of all, we have used Hyperledger Fabric to develop the entire system. So the very first step is designing the network. So for instance, we do have 3 stakeholders as owner, consultant, and the contractor. So defining the certificate authorities for identifying users and signing the transaction, the peers which host the physical nodes of the network hosting the ledger and smart contract, the order for ordering the transactions into the blockchain, and the different channels that we need, and deploy the smart contract. So I'm going to pass it quickly, but I'll be happy to answer the questions afterward. And at the end, like having different application connected to the channels for users to come to interact with. So in order to design the smart contract, we have used the one standard contract document provided by EJCDC. So for instance, here I have listed some of the sample functions designed in the smart contract. For instance, the RFI submission handles the clause related to request for information, which is handled by the contractor owner. It logs the information or the requested information on the ledger, and it automatically creates the root issue on the ledger as well. And for instance, a restriction on it is that according to that clause, that it must be submitted as soon as possible after the issue arises. And then to summarize, we have identified the key challenges that exist. We proposed a blockchain-based solution to create a transparent system for managing the claims. And as the future works, we are evaluating different state databases for storing the data on the ledger and for rich queries. And in addition to that, the claims that can arise from changes, incorporating other forms of or scenarios in claims for designing the smart contract. Thank you very much, and I'll be happy to answer the questions.